Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Back to the Cardboard. This is Shannon here. And hey, before we get anything started, I want to sincerely thank those of you who have voted for me for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. It really means a lot to me that some of you guys like this channel enough to nominate me for that. It's very, very humbling, I have to admit, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And then to those guys that got voted in, hey, congratulations, guys. All 10 of you all are well above deserving, and just congratulations, and I love it. And to Mike, Baseball Collector, thank you for putting this on again this year and hosting it and doing all the hard work, keeping all the stats and watching all the videos to the bitter end. Is just amazing. I know that was hard work, so thank you very much. But in this video, I want to look at a Hall of Fame snub of gargantuan proportions. And I've got a few other cards to show, but let's flip the camera around and take a look at that snub. All right, first card I want to share with you is this 2019 Topps Gold. This is a Class 2 Johnny Bench. Nice looking card. It's number 6 out of 99. I really love this set. Just some beautiful cards, And then second up, I'll introduce this next card by this clip right here.
Uh-oh. That's gone. And now the Royals have the one-run lead. George Brett has just homered, and Billy Martin and the Yankees want the bat. Look at Martin.
Well, what they're talking about, Frank, is that he's got too much pine tar, and the umpires are going to get together. George Brett looking around and wanting to know what's going on, and the umpires are going to get together and talk about this thing. Now, you are not allowed to have that pine tar up that far on the bat.
First time in a long time I've seen the umpires huddle this long and have a meeting over it.
Well, they're going to see what's going to happen. They're going to...
Now that is the plate umpire, Tim McClellan, with the bat in his hand.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, the Yankees win it. He's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out. And
he's steaming mad.
He is out and having to be forcibly restrained from hitting plate umpire Tim McClellan. And the Yankees have won the ball game 4-3. Brett is called out for using an illegal bat.
Oh, the famous pine tar incident. Yes, I picked up an 83 Topps George Brett. Of course, the pine tar incident happened in July of 83. And look at this card. I needed it for my set registry, my PSA set registry. And if you look, he's shaking hands with none other than one of the great eights right there. To his right, that is Cesar Geronimo. That's right, Cesar finished up his playing day careers with the Kansas City Royals. Thought that was pretty neat. Slide them up a tad bit. And then let's get on with the player that I think's been snubbed that really deserves another look at with the the Veterans Committee, which is now called the Players Era Committee, I think, or something like that. And that's Vada Pinson. This is a 68 Topps Vada Pinson. And, you know, every team has its Hall of Fame snub, so to speak. You know, first player comes to mind with the Reds, of course, is Pete Rose. But he was being snubbed for a completely different reason than Vada. Vada here played 18 years with 5 separate teams. The Reds being the longest. He played with them for 11 years. He played from 58 through 75. But really, what's keeping him out of the Hall? I mean, his numbers are there. The problem is he played in an era, 50s, 60s, and 70s, where he just didn't stand out because there were so many other great outfielders. But, you know, you look at his stats, and then I was digging around and trying to figure out why he didn't make it. And I come across this. There's 10 players in history that's had 250 home runs and 300 steals. And those players, listen to the list of names here: Barry and Bobby Bonds, Eric Davis, Joe Morgan, Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg, Steve Finley, and Ricky Henderson, and of course Vada Pinson. Now if you add in 2,700 hits, 450 doubles, and 100 triples into that 250 home runs and 300 steals, there's only been 2 players in history to accomplish that. The other one, Vada Pinson, of course. The other one, Willie Mays. So he's with some pretty good company, no doubt about it. Now, if you think about it, the Sabermatrix War, he had a 54.2 WAR average. The average Hall of Famer is 69. Now, you think about that, who are some Hall of Famers, current Hall of Famers, that had a 69 WAR? Well, one of them was Tony Gwynn, pretty good hitter. And the other that comes to mind is Eddie Murray. Both of those guys had around a 69 WAR. And that's the baseline for Hall of Famers. But there's some Hall of Famers that have less WAR than Vada. Tony Perez had a 54. Lou Brock had a 45. 45.4 to be exact. And another famous Cincinnati Red catcher, Ernie Lombardi, had a 39.5. So he definitely is borderline there with his WAR, no doubt, but there's Hall of Famers in there that have less than him. And then if you look at his rank among Reds players, he ranks 8th in WAR among Reds players. Pete Rose, of course, leading the pack. But then you got Bench, Larkin, Frank Robinson, Joey Votto, Joe Morgan, and Bid McPhee. Of course, Bid played back in the 1880s into 1899, I think was his last year. Those are all guys that are in the Hall. Well, there's 5 guys that's in the Hall. One that's probably going to the Hall in Votto, and one that should be in the Hall with Pete Rose. But he ranks 8th among those guys. That's pretty good company as far as Red history goes. So I don't know. I think he definitely needs another look at, because he and there's one other player by the name of, let me see, Ichiro. Maybe you guys have heard of him, that have over 2,700 hits that's not in the Hall. Of course, Ichiro has more than that, and he's going as soon as his eligibility is due. So something to think about. Let's make a push to get this guy in the Hall. And then the last card I want to share with you guys is this card right here. This is a 64 Topps Venezuelan card. Now, Topps made these from 59 through 68. Of course, this is a Vada Pinson. And really what sets this set apart, I thought it's kind of neat. There's 370 cards in this set that was produced. They produced them for primarily the Latin market. I don't know why, because they're all done in English. There's no Spanish anywhere on this card. The only thing that really sets this card apart than the regular Topps cards of the day is it's got a black back instead of an orange back. 464s anyway. And they produced smaller numbers. There was only 217 cards in this set as opposed to the regular Topps set. So that is the 4 cards I wanted to share with you guys. A couple of Vada Pinsons and Bench and a Brett there. What do you guys think? I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you once again for those that voted for me for the Sports Card Hall of Fame. I really appreciate it. And to you guys that are in there, congratulations. That's all I got, folks. Be safe out there. God bless you. God bless America. And peace. Ah!